What up, crew? It is Magic Monday, and this is the place to learn Magic, master your performance, and captivate audiences. Today I'm going to be sharing with you a card trick where it seems like the spectator is doing all the work, and yet at the end, their mind is still going to be blown. So, let's do it. Let's see here. 9, 1, 1. And call. Hey, hold on. Stop. What are you doing? I don't know. I'm bored. You don't let me do tricks with you anymore. Okay. Just put the phone down. Here. I have a card trick. Okay, I have a card trick for you. Alright, now check this out. I have this deck for you. I want you to take it and just shuffle it up. Yeah, I got you. I can shuffle it up. Now break off like a small packet from the top of the deck, around like 10 cards, and hand me the deck back. Okay, about 10 cards. That should be good enough here. Alright, so thank you. Now, I'm going to close my eyes in a second, and when I close my eyes, what I want you to do is go ahead from those 10 cards, pick 4 without looking, and lay them out on the table. So I'm going to close my eyes. You go ahead and do that now. Yep, okay, I'm done. Good. Now from those cards, just go ahead, take a look at 1. Only 1. Can I look at 3? Nope, again, I said only 1, so just 1. Alright, how about 2? 2 is a good compromise. Okay, see, this is why I don't put you in videos. Okay, chill, I'll take a look at 1 card only. Jeez. Yep, I'm good. Good. Once you've done that, shuffle up those 4 cards so much that you don't even know where your selected card is anymore. There's no possible way you'll get this. Yeah, we'll see. Just let me know when you're done. All set and ready to go. Okay, great. So I'm going to take these 4 cards that you selected and put them into the deck reverse so that neither of us know where the cards are going. Okay, let me see. Yep, I'm doing it right in front of you. You can see what's going on. Look, just look. See that? Oh, okay, that's fair then. You may proceed. Okay, so I'm putting 1 card near the bottom, 2 together in the center, and then 1 close to the top, right? So you see these 4 cards. I'm just going to push them in now. I'm going to turn the deck over and just give the cards a single cut and then hand them over to you. Oh, sweet. Thanks. Good trick. Okay, it's not over though. Oh. So take the original small packet that you had cut, put it on top of the deck, and then give the deck 1 final cut. Okay, that's it. I did it. And now lastly, I want you to sandwich the deck right between your hands. All right, good deal. Just to quickly recap now, I pulled the deck out of the box, gave the deck to you, you shuffled it up, you picked about 10 cards at random. I have no idea how many cards you actually picked. Then from those cards, you picked 4, just 4 cards. And from those 4 cards, you selected 1, mixed them all up. We put the cards into the deck reversed. And now the deck is in your hands after we gave it a couple of cuts. Is that good, right? Yep, a lot happened. And we're still here. Yep, very true. So we have now 4 cards reversed into the deck. So for the first time, name your card for me. Oh, the card I picked was the 7 of Spades. The 7 of Spades. Okay, check this out. Just gonna pull it out of the deck right here. Then I'm gonna reverse it and put it back in. So originally there were 4 reversed cards. Now, since I unreversed 1 card and put it aligned with the rest of the deck, there should only be 3 reversed cards and none of them should be your card, correct? What? Nothing happened. It was all in the air. You didn't do anything. Oh, really? Check the deck now and you'll see that there are only 3 reversed cards, none of which is your card. Alright guys, so welcome to the tutorial. Hopefully you enjoyed that performance. Just a little bit of background on this effect. It's known as Upside Down by Wimborough. And one quick thing to note is that this trick will require some sort of misdirection because the spectator's burning your hands the entire time. It's going to be impossible. But of course I'll be covering that during the tutorial. Now let's go ahead and break it down. Starting off with the performance, first thing you want to do is pull the deck right out of the tuck case and hand it over to the spectator for them to shuffle. Because the more you do this, the more engaged you keep the spectator, the more powerful the reaction will be at the end. So they go ahead and shuffle it up, and then you tell them to go ahead and break about 10 cards, 10, 15 cards off the top of the deck, keep that for themselves, and hand you back the rest of the deck. Okay, so now once they've done that, they should have a good chunk of cards. And now you're going to take the rest of the deck, and you're going to turn around. I know in the performance I closed my eyes, but you really should turn around with the deck because now we're going to have to make some modifications to how this deck is being set up. And of course, this is done during the trick. So once you turn around, you're still going to be giving the spectator directions. And as you're giving them these directions, what you want to do is turn this deck over like this, take these 3 cards, right? The deck is now face up. Take these 3 cards, turn them all face down. Take one, put it on the bottom. Take the other one and put it about 10 cards down. So in your hand, the deck should now look like this. One face down here, one face down near the top, and one face down on top. Once you've done that, you can turn the entire pack back over, and now you're all set and ready to go. So as all this dirty work is going on, you're instructing the spectator to take their packet of cards and pick out 4 at random without looking at them, because this is actually very, very important. So pick out 4 cards without looking at them. So they pick out 1, 2, 3, and 4. Then they can put the rest of the packet over to the side. And you want them to lay the cards out like this, and then tell them to select and look at just one of these 4 cards. So they go ahead, let's just say they take a look at this one, and it is the King of Clubs. So once they have their King of Clubs memorized, you instruct them to mix up the cards so much that they don't even know where their King of Clubs is. Once the spectator has the card selected and lost within this pack of 4 cards, you want to come back like this. So you have that one face-up card here where the rest of the deck is face down. Then you have one face-up near the bottom and one face-up at the bottom. So once this is done, now you instruct the spectator, or not really instruct the spectator, you tell the spectator that you're going to take these 4 cards and put them into the deck reversed. And that's really important here. So you take 1 card, and it doesn't really matter what card you take. You take 1 card, put it near the bottom, okay? And I just like to push that over to the side so I can show the spectator all 4 cards as I push them in. Now I take 2 cards next, and I want to put them in together. And I put them in together in the center of the deck. And then I take that last card and I put it in near the top. So now in front of the spectator, it looks like these 4 cards are going into the deck reversed. Or in actuality, the deck is mainly face down and these cards are going back in face down. So in actuality, you're just losing the spectator's card in the deck, but of course they have no knowledge of that. They just think the cards are going in reversed. And one more quick thing to note here is when you're pushing this in, make sure you don't riffle through the side of the deck like this, because if you riffle, you can clearly see that the deck is face down. So when you're inserting these cards in, you want to just insert them directly into the deck without spreading the deck or riffling. Once all that's done, you want to square all these cards up, and you could even show them on the side that these cards are indeed being pushed in. So that just gives a nice visual look that the cards are actually going in, and then you turn the rest of the deck over. From this point, you know that you have one more face down card, right? The whole deck is now face up. You know you have one more face down card near the top of the deck. So you have to actually cut to that face down card. And actually, before you even start the trick, I would recommend giving the deck a bit of a bend. This way, when you give the deck a bend, if a card is reversed in the deck, you can easily just cut to it. So that's where that card is. So you should be easily able to cut to it. Of course, I didn't bend my deck like I should have, but you should easily be able to cut to it. So you cut, you tell the spectator you're giving the deck a little cut. So you bring these cards now to the bottom. So what this actually did is, now you have 1 card face down right here, so 1 card reversed, and now you have 2 reversed cards next to each other. And the purpose of these 2 reversed cards next to each other is because in the beginning when we were pushing these cards in reversed, we put 2 in together. So you want to show in the spectator's mind that the 2 cards you pushed in together are still actually there. So there would be no confusion as to, were those 4 cards, or were these cards, these other reverse cards, were they even the original 4? So you don't want any kind of confusion. So you want to specify that these 2 cards, when you're putting them in, are going in together. All right, so once that's done, you can hand this deck over to the spectator, but as you hand it over, you want to actually use, again, a little bit of misdirection. Tell them to pick up their packet of cards first. So they go ahead and pick up this packet of cards. And as they do that, you want to turn the rest of the deck over so that it's now mainly face down. So as they're picking that up, remember just to reverse the deck, and so that all the cards are face down except 3. Tell them to take the rest of the packet, put it on top, and give the deck one final cut. Now you're free to reveal in any fashion you'd like. What I like to do is I like to have them sandwich the deck between their hands. And once they've sandwiched that deck, I want to recap the entire process just so they know exactly what's going on. So I tell them that the cards, they shuffle the cards up, they pick the 10 cards from the top, they pick the 4 cards, from those 4 cards, they picked 1. So it really seems very random. And then they lost their 1 card within those 4 cards. Those 4 cards went in reversed into the deck. And yeah, that was it. Then we gave the cards a few cuts, and here we are now. That's what you tell the spectator as they're holding the deck in their hand. Now, for the first time, you ask the spectator what was their selected card. In this case, it was the King of Clubs. So you tell the spectator, as they have this in their hand, that you're going to pull out the King of Clubs like this, flip it, 180 degrees, or turn it over, and then put it back into the deck. So now, the spectator should be able to do the math that there were 4 reversed cards. You just reversed their card, so now their card is in line with the rest of the deck. And what am I saying? So now there should only be 3 reversed cards in the deck, and their card should not be one of the reversed cards. So now they can go ahead, quickly go through the deck. They see 1 reversed card, that's not the King of Clubs. And then they come across the 2 reversed cards, also not the King of Clubs. And their mind is blown because you were magically able to reverse their cards while the deck was in their own hands. One note I like to add is that this trick may seem a little confusing when learning it at first. I know I had a bit of difficulty learning it, but once I actually went out and performed it, I actually got better reactions than I expected. So definitely check it out. Hope you guys enjoyed this trick. And of course, it can't be Magic Monday without a quote of the week, so I want to leave you with this quote by Milton Berle. He says, "If opportunity doesn't knock, build a door." Peace out.